Welcome, Brendon.
Morning.
Welcome. So you're in town at the moment.
Yep.
Because you've got the 2017s of Swaby and Gower ready to release. Tell us just a little bit quickly behind why the names, why Swaby.
So these two wines are Gower and Swaby. I guess at the time when I first started BK Wines, I was looking around what you could or couldn't understand about the Adelaide Hills or the growers, other wine producers, and I didn't see a lot of respect or praise given to the grower. Whereas when you look at Burgundy and other places, you end up about the site, the grower and that site, and other winemakers are taking wine or grapes from those vineyards, and you can kind of connect and get a sense of place and understand what the French always call, the terroir. Whereas in Australia, you don't often see the grower's name, the sub-region of the region, and then the region. So we always do Swaby, Piccadilly Valley, Adelaide Hills, so you can kind of connect to all parts of it. Thanks. I guess, so I was always excited about dealing with Bernie Swaby. This is a pretty exciting vintage, celebrating the 30th birthday of the grapes, and also the 10th birthday for BK Wines.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's also the first vintage made at home.
In the new winery. Pretty spectacular setup now too. I mean, functional. It's not huge at all, but really functional.
After spending 6 years looking for a new site in the Adelaide Hills, we were lucky enough to purchase an old sandstone quarry and build the winery in there. It's perfect for, and what excited me to that site is that in the middle of summer it was 4 or 5 degrees cooler on the hottest days. So I went there, I was like, this is perfect. So, so Swaby.
Excellent.
Beautiful line length, precision, everything you want in a beautiful, well-made
Lovely
Chardonnay.
and crunchy. As you said just before, that little bit of sort of reduction when you first open it. But the longer it's open, the more it fleshes out. It's not an oaky wine at all, so it's not really something that you're going to try and flog to someone that wants a big oaky, buttery, sharp.
Well, you just serve it in a Montrachet glass.
Oh yes. But that's in great condition, and it's it's early in the morning here, and that's drinking beautifully right now, salivating.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we try and create with all the wines. I want that salivation, that kind of tension, crispiness, just something that keeps you coming back. Yeah,
that's really good. And 17 was good, right?
Beautiful,
good
beautiful vintage.
Yeah.
Really cool. A long time on vine means good physiological ripeness of the grapes, maintaining low alcohol and good acidity. Therefore, creating beautifully complex, well-made.
And that's sort of at the right temperature too, I reckon. It's probably about 10 or 12 degrees.
And I kind of like my reds about that same temperature as well.
So, Gower.
17 Gower, again, that beautiful natural acidity, 3 different clones of Pinot Noir to create complexity.
Do you know what they are for the clonal nerds out there?
777, 114 and 115. So
send a shiver down my spine.
for those, so for us, I've always used those clones and varying different levels depending on what vintages, doing through barrel selection.
And Gower, how long have you been making wines out of?
So 9 was the first vintage I worked with Jeff. He is so passionate about growing grapes, and so much so spending a lot of time in Burgundy, understanding row spacings, the way that things were pruned, everything about it. So I think it's a pleasure having the opportunity to work with these grapes, and hopefully I can show it off at its best.
That's just simply marvellous. Right. We've just opened these bottles and floral, cherry,
orange peel, Campari.
Yeah.
That cherry always, but spice.
Yeah, you see a bit of that whole bunch thing going on in there. So stems, 100%.
100% whole bunch.
Yeah.
But we try not to work the ferment so that we don't pick up any of that green character. So we want all that beautiful florals, everything that's pretty about whole bunch, but none of that sappiness.
Yeah. Yes. I don't ever mind a little bit of that sappy edge, but I think sometimes it really overblows.
Well, in 10 years' time, it'll be all that pretty rose petal and everything.
Yeah. That's in great nick. They're both bottled unfiltered, unfined.
Yep. So we don't use any fining in the winery. The only addition we make is a little bit of sulphur, and that's just kind of to preserve it and set it in a certain direction. I always think of sulphur like salt. Use it as a seasoning. You know, you can't make a certain dish without a certain amount of seasoning. So that's how I approach to wines.
Well, that's excellent. Thank you, Brendon.
Cool, buddy. Thank you.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, first time too. We just popped it out.
Yeah,
Smashed
it was excellent. You're flying back to the hills. You're bottling at the moment. So
yeah, I can't believe it's the middle of winter here.
I know.
It's
crazy.
Pretty much ambient. 8 degrees in the winery for about 2.5 months. So I feel it feels a bit of a lush sitting here in a t-shirt.
It is wonderful. Well, it is wonderful. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thanks, buddy.